So did we switch all the guys? I thought it was just the white guy.
Right,
Yeah, no, I think because like you were like, here, just take mine that has all the pieces, and I gave you mine that just didn't have the white piece.
Oh, hey guys.
What?
The House voted to end COVID precautions. I guess COVID's over.
Oh.
It's cool.
Yeah.
How have you guys been the last couple months?
Oh. I had COVID. So, not great.
Huh.
I got Rona.
Huh.
But at least COVID's over now.
COVID's over now.
It's over.
It's over.
Solve that problem.
Hi guys, we're the Guys of the Holder. We are back talking about the last 3 games we all played together. They were all Pandemic system games. I don't know if you saw the running theme.
Yeah, I guess they all were the same thing. I don't think I noticed that after all the ass kicking.
After all the losing that we did.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna start talking about it, but before you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know how bad we are at games because we lost all.
You said
3
we.
of these.
We is incorrect. We is incorrect.
Elaborate.
There was a certain game that is not a we problem.
That is not a we problem.
It was not a we mistake.
That's true. It was a quite large mistake. It was not a we mistake. It was
Not a collective mistake.
It was damn near mathematically impossible.
Yeah. So what were the odds of you rolling the?
To kind of catch everyone up here,
Yeah.
we were playing Pandemic: The Cure, which is behind Mike right now.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing the expansion, Experimental Minds. Essentially, we got down to just needing to cure
We
blue.
were a turn away.
We were 1 turn away
Mm-hmm.
from potentially winning the entire game.
Yeah.
All I needed to not do was roll 3 biohazards.
Right.
So I rolled 3 biohazards.
And then you rolled another.
Yes. Which is like the 3 on its own is a 1 in like 216 something
Right.
odds of doing that.
Right.
So I took my other 3 dice, which we had set the jars,
Wait. It was 1 in how much?
216.
216. Okay.
Yeah. And I rolled those dice. And I got a 4th biohazard,
Right.
which is a 1 in 1,296.
Yeah. Essentially 0.
Not essentially 0. Very much not 0. But never tell me the odds.
3,720 to 1. It's the odds of surviving an asteroid field.
Wow, what are the odds of rolling for biohazards on some dice?
Better than surviving an asteroid field.
Yeah,
So speaking of Star Wars, the first game that we played in this series, we did the Star Wars: The Clone Wars, a Pandemic system game.
Also 1 turn away from winning.
Also, one turn away from
yeah.
winning.
that one was just
I do
unfortunate.
want to mention how when we played that game, we were Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. It was like the squad.
Right.
The squad.
It was the squad, and it was almost thematically like Obi-Wan beat Grievous on Utapau.
Like that was like turn 1.
Yeah.
Turn 1, like that happened.
It did.
I
was there.
And,
watched
and we were. It just seemed like it was actually written in a Clone Wars where you saw Obi-Wan and Anakin doing the brunt of the work, solving all the missions, really fighting the war front, and Ahsoka was in the background doing important work, cleaning up messes, doing everything that they could,
The due diligence.
the due diligence, and then by sheer bad luck and happenstance, wound up face to face with the big bad evil guy, Count Dooku, and had to
Solo.
solo him, and almost did. Just had to last long
I
enough.
showed up.
Had to last long enough for the mentors to show up, and they just couldn't make it in time.
One of us made it in time.
You were there? You were there? No,
Yeah,
I don't think you were
Yeah.
there.
Oh, my clones aided you in
Yeah.
Yeah,
killing Dooku once.
I had to stop off the destroy blockade.
that's right. Right.
Pit stop.
Pit stop. I heard Padme's over here, so let me get pulled off the mission.
We were running
real
out of
quick.
droids, alright?
Running out of droids. We were.
We ran out of
I've
droids.
heard
Yeah.
that excuse, but yeah. Yep. Sure.
That one was a lot of fun, but the thing that I want to bring up specifically with that one was the geography of all the games, because geography is inherent in all of them, even in the Cure, even though it's 1 through 6. That was the hardest part of the Star Wars one, was always trying to find, okay, where is Christophorus? Or where is Utapau? Where is Anexes? Where is Coruscant? Because it's not an actual geography of a world. It's
It's
definitely
just kind of planets pooped on them.
just kind of planets everywhere. So there are cues on the cards where they say it. They kind of do highlight where it is on the map, so you know generally where to look, but it's still a bit of searching. That's not an actual problem. It was fine, but I think that there could have been a better solution, maybe like a bit more color coding by planetary type, because obviously only one planet, one geographical feature, mountains, Kashyyyk trees, one
So
planet.
back in the day, the Clone Wars Risk had them separated by systems.
Yes, I was gonna
Yeah.
bring that up.
They
Yeah, they
had
had like
color
things like
coded systems.
outer rim, mid rim,
Yeah.
core planets.
That would have been appreciated.
Yeah.
Not necessary, but appreciated.
Yeah. I would have to say one of the other things that I know Larry and I have talked about is we pretty much versed every villain in that game. We played it 4 or 5 times, and we pretty much versed everyone in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really see a reason to go back. It's a very fun game.
Yeah.
But especially after playing it on the hardest difficulty versus Count Dooku, and it being like, well, this is relatively like it's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
that rough at all.
Yeah.
The droids
Well, we did
were-
lose.
Yeah, but
Right.
It was just
it all happened at once. Everything
Yeah.
went at once, which I
Right.
mean that's pandemic, but
Right.
like it wasn't that bad to control for the most part. We kind of just said and didn't control it because the droids are more of an annoyance than an actual threat.
Right.
Yes.
Until they're not. Until it was all of them because we
Right.
ignored them the entire game
Right.
until the end.
Which is different from core pandemic, because
You are constantly upkeeping the disease.
yes, and if you don't, and I feel like that's where we fell short, is we just tried to go gun too hard and fast for the cures, and we didn't focus at all on cleaning
Sure
up our
didn't.
mess, and that's why we lost.
yeah. I mean, we also didn't have any of the characters that specialized in
cleanup.
removal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't have the medic.
Like I had to spend 2-3 turns just sitting in
Yeah.
Asia.
yeah. Couldn't move around. Try and fight it. Well, let's.
I mean, do you have a
Yeah.
pro for the Star Wars one?
I mean, it's fun.
It's Star Wars.
It's thematic. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Star Wars.
it's
Like
Star
it
Wars.
didn't discredit it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I will say the minis for it are pretty sweet.
yeah,
They look good. They're well cut and molded.
yeah.
And I think they would be worthwhile for like the painting adventure for them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you do like other Star Wars games, it'd be pretty cool to bring out that Grievous that has the 4 lightsabers. Like that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Right.
Definitely worthwhile for that. I will say that again after you play it like 4 or 5 times, like how much more replayability are you going to get out of it?
Right.
A lot of the missions are pretty much the same thing over again, just on a different planet with a different name,
Right.
which is unfortunate.
Oh, missions is the mechanic other than cures. It's missions, which effectively is it the same, or do they still feel a little bit different?
They're substantially easier
Yeah.
because your cards stay for good.
Right.
So in general, like it's an easier game.
Okay.
Yes, and it is also made by a different person. So the person that did the Star Wars one is also the same one that did like Wrath of the Lich King, the pandemic one, and then this was original creator, which is Matthew. What's his face on there?
Leacock?
Yeah, Leacock. Which you can definitely feel that they're a little bit more challenging in pushing you. But yeah. How about for the dice game?
It's awesome.
It's great.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a fast setup, fast play. You just do stuff. You roll 20 dice at once sometimes, and it's bad, but it feels good. 'Cause
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
about to murder the world.
I love the click clacky math dice. Oh, was that on camera when I said when we did the questionable methods?
Yeah, because you're like questionable indeed.
Oh, 2, 4, 6
11.
plus 5 is 11.
Do it. Do it.
The questionable research?
Do it.
Or you're talking about when we actually did it.
When we actually did it. Or was that off camera? I don't know. I can't remember anymore.
But we definitely did questionable methods on camera. Because that was one of the things that we had to take 5 dice out of the bag.
Right.
Almost won us the game if...
Yes. If we didn't get 3 biohazards.
4.
4 biohazards in one turn.
Pretty impressive, if I say so myself.
Yeah. That was
Me and dice
gut-wrenching.
games do not get along.
Yeah.
You and a lot of games don't get along.
That's true. It's a shame that I like them so much.
It's good for Larry in competitive games.
So the thing that I want to bring up specifically about the cure is the logistics of the cure and how quarterbacking is a thing that just happens in pandemic.
In
You can't
cooperative
avoid it.
games in general, like you have to an extent.
You have to, like, somebody's going to tell you, somebody's going to have a better idea, and you're going to have
There's
to
always a
listen to
bigger
them.
fish.
There's always that. But when it comes to actually mapping out your travel, when there's only 6 circles and it's just in one little circle, it saves a lot of time and removes the worst part of these games.
Also, part of what makes it fun, the randomness. You don't know what you can do on your turn.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you might have this plan. I need to do this. I need to do this. But
Right.
guess what?
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You rolled all jars.
Right. And
Or 4 biohazards.
and it is a dice game,
Never tell me the odds.
so gambling is inherent, but
This is why I don't
being
gamble.
able to re-roll your options, like, I don't want to use those, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to keep risking it for the biscuit until I get what I want, or I get nailed.
Gotta push your luck.
Push your luck.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have that. Then you should probably not push it.
Don't push it. Don't push it. Don't
You were
push it.
set up. That's
I
the
was.
worst part.
I know. I literally did as much as I possibly could.
I'm
to
not gonna
minimize
let you
it.
forget this ever.
I never wanted to forget it ever. It was just fantastic. It was a legendary gaming moment.
Cut right to the chase. You know?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
You guys are so close to winning, but the worst thing possible will happen right now.
Yes.
The
Murphy's
worst
Law.
thing possible.
Yeah, Tony's a walking Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
I don't know. The housing market hasn't crashed yet.
That's
So-
true. That was supposed to happen after I bought my house.
There's still time.
There is still time. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's my favorite of all 3 that we played today. I'll always have a special place in my heart for the original Pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
But it eliminates quarterbacking. It's also a game that you can play drunk.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
you
just gonna bring it up.
could.
It's a lot of things. A lot of people like to drink and play games.
Yeah, they do
And
like
it's
to
the
do
perfect
that.
kind of type of drinking game. It's
It's a
like I
great
don't have
beer
to think
pretzel skate.
everything. Yeah.
Right. This, especially core regular Pandemic,
Yeah, we tried
need
real
to
hard
focus.
at this, and we got real serious about it.
We did. There was a point where like, okay, we okay, all right, and then
Yeah.
But we were nowhere near it. We were just nowhere. We just weren't cleaning
couldn't.
up.
I think part of the issue, besides the 6 epidemic cards,
Right.
like three
All of these,
quarters
yeah.
red.
Yeah.
3/4 red right off
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
What can a man do against such reckless red?
Right.
Like ride out, meet them.
Yeah,
Helm's
That's
Deep
what it
playing
was.
in the background.
Yeah, and I mean that's always inherent in Pandemic games. Like if you just get the bad luck of the draw, I would say Star Wars does minimize that because the droids aren't an issue. So it kind of makes it like not a problem. But in all the other versions, it's like if you get pooped on right away, it's hard to come back. Especially if you don't have like certain characters that are meant to deal with that.
Yeah,
Right.
say base game in general. Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna say like it's hard to lose, but it's easier to win. Like straight up, like the past how many times I've played normal Pandemic, unless it is just first turn, like
But how many times have you played it on hard mode with 6?
on hard mode with 6.
Yeah.
Never. I've done the 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 5 would have been doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just needed that to hit one last time, you know?
How many did we even flip?
Four.
We did 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was it. Feels bad.
We're blaming this.
Classic Jakarta. You know?
So, they kept blaming me because I wanted to play the hardest mode available. Because, one, like, we don't do this super often, and you're the only friends I have who I could conceivably play on hard mode with.
And we almost won 2 out of the 3 hard.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You know, no one else is going to want to play on hard mode with me ever. So that's why I was forcing. It's like, when am I ever going to have a chance to do this? So I'm doing it. Let's do it. Thank you guys for doing it with me.
You can get the Switch version and play all the roles with no pants on hard.
They no longer have the iOS version, though.
Oh.
The iOS version got taken off the gameplay market at the start of the pandemic.
For
Or not at the start of the pandemic, but like a...
They're making a new version. A new digital version's the what's going on there.
well, keep you guys eyes out for that.
Yeah, because who needs friends or pants?
Who needs friends or pants?
Especially the pants. I don't mind friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I want to get to do this.
Yeah, but you
Lose
guys
at
get
3 games.
a little more salty if they don't wear pants.
Is that 3 games? Yeah. I mean, you don't know what we're wearing on underneath this.
So the Cure's the best.
So here's the
Definitely
best.
I also have pants on.
That is a borrowed copy. I am gonna buy my own.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
And if you guys want to buy one, you can check the link down below.
maybe.
Maybe.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you can check the link down below.
Yeah.
Go click it, and you can buy it, and you can support the show in the same breath.
I would highly recommend it.
That'd be great.
And get the one with the experimental meds.
Well, so that is the separate. It is separate. You got to buy the base and that. But it is only the one expansion, so you're not buying a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
It's like base game got 3. This got 1.
You don't need more than that either. Those sweet,
That no.
those purples, man.
Yeah.
Those purple dice that just.
They
Well,
really
see, they
upped
got
the-
perps in normal pandemic too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
pretty wild.
Yeah, and we were talking about this when we were playing it the other day. You can actually it updates the original game board where you can just put a sticker on here for the purple one.
Yep. It
Oh,
goes
okay.
right.
Yeah, it goes right
Yeah,
there.
it goes there, or like it comes with a card, so you don't want to like.
Stick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep it pristine, but you can just like set something on top of there.
Yeah.
Also comes with these neat little petri dishes to put your cubes in.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original version of the Cure, it's just the 4 normal colors?
Yes, the-
It's the red, blue, black, yellow.
Yeah.
And then the expansion comes with the pink, purple dye.
The purple dice.
They have the wacky numbers on it with the times 2 and the
It's got the
minus
hot
1.
zone dice we didn't use. I don't like them too much.
Yeah,
It's just they're more annoying.
we read
than
the
a
rules for
challenge.
Hot Zone and it was like, oh, this place has like a radio jamming thing, so you just literally can't travel there, and it just
It takes an extra boat to boat over. It's like
yeah, and it was just kind of like this is
That
annoying.
seems just
tedious.
tedious.
Yeah.
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 And very easy to like miss when you're doing a thing.
Right.
You're like, oh, I accidentally did my whole turn already. Like, do we walk it back? Do we not?
Right.
Yeah. But the purple ones, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great chaos.
Yeah.
Great chaos. Because not everything is great chaos. Those purple ones are great chaos.
That look on your face that one time when you had to roll it like 5 times in that one turn.
It kept going.
Yeah.
So long story short, I think we liked all 3 of these games.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All thumbs up,
Yes.
all great,
Yes.
all buy. But if you want the best one, buy the Cure.
Dice.
Dice.
Dice. Yeah, it's a dice one. Pandemic the Cure.
It's not even Pandemic Light. I wouldn't call it that at all.
Because I mean, it's a whole different game. Like
Yeah,
it's the same goal, but you're doing it in a whole different way.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the same like core mechanisms, but it's not always like
it feels fresh and new.
yeah.
It's recognizable enough to where it's not difficult to learn how to play. If you played this before, you can pick that up very quickly. But it does feel worlds apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what I was going to say, so
We might have covered it already.
might have.
Might have.
I just want to know how I'm the only one that came out of this without a wacky facial hair. So
Oh, we haven't talked about that at all, have we?
facial hair, guys, the only one with normal facial hair right now.
I normally have a beard, don't I?
Yeah, but just the stash that blew my mind. Seeing this man with a beard for the first time in about 10 years
I've
also blew
never
my mind.
seen him with a beard,
It
and I've
happens
known him
rarely.
since I was 14 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a while, I mean 2014, yeah, was the last time that I had a beard. So
Yeah.
it's been about 10 years
Yeah,
since I've grown one.
It's weird.
it's crazy.
He walked in, and I'm like, in Batman Begins, when Bruce Wayne goes away and he's clean shaven Christian Bale, and you've only ever seen clean shaven Christian Bale, and he comes back looking like a hobo.
Yeah. I completely agree. Not a scope. Yes.
It was pretty great when he walked in today. He just went, and I just went. And it was like a gentle, like, you have weird facial hair. You have weird facial hair. It was glorious. It was a good moment.
It was actually priceless.
Just a good day, even though we got
Yeah, even though we lost board games 3 times. What are we gonna play later tonight to win something?
Some competitive, so someone has to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some trains.
We're gonna do some trains.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Because I think I'm done being down with the sickness. So.
Yeah.
I'm done being down with the sickness. I was sick for 2 months. I'm good.
Yeah. So great. Awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was a lot of fun getting able to talk about all this stuff, and I hope you guys had fun watching us. Long story short, if you made it to this end of the video, you're going to like, you're going to comment, you're going to subscribe. There's no option. You click all those buttons, or I will find you and...
Look at that mustache. He's going to do
Look
something
at this
not
mustache.
pleasant.
That's true. I love it.
All of these games are great. If you want to buy them, you can find links down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are the Guys of the Beholder. On my left, this is...
Tony.
I am Michael.
Larry.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Oh, we should have talked about how it was a gateway game. Should have.
Oh, Pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 sure is.
You hear that? Cut that back into earlier.